About the disappearance of Crystal Rogers. The Nelson County mom of 5 went missing 3 years ago, and her family is still convinced her boyfriend at the time killed her.
Well, now 2 national TV shows are going to highlight the entire case this month, but today, the main suspect in the case was in court, although not for the reason Crystal's family hoped for. LEX 18's Carolina Buchek explains in the big story at 6.
Do you have anything to say to the Ballard family? Brook Houck ignored our questions today. And he ignored the Ballard family, the family of his now ex-girlfriend, Crystal Rogers, who has been missing for 3 years and is presumed to be dead. Crystal's mom is convinced Houck killed her daughter.
I'll wait for the day that I see him in court for my daughter.
But today was not that day. Houck was in court and pled not guilty, but it was for a felony theft charge, not related to Crystal's case. But that did not stop the Ballards from coming to court.
I know it has nothing to do with my daughter, but it does show what kind of person that Brook Houck is.
And while Crystal's family waits for police to find out what exactly happened to her, they've done interviews for 2 national TV programs. Both of them aired this month, and the Ballards hope that will help bring in new tips that could crack the case and bring Houck back to court.
I wait for that day every minute, every second of my life. But to see him here for anything, I will take that.
The family is hopeful this theft charge that Houck faces will also lead police to bigger discoveries. They feel they have momentum on their side. Covering the news in Nelson County, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.
I feel better than I did. I'm just praying that this is a step closer to answers for us.
Answers that have eluded Sherry and Tommy Ballard for 13 long months. Their daughter, Crystal Rogers, has not been seen alive since July 3rd, 2015. But on Thursday afternoon, they got what they believe could be a break in the case. Detective John Snow, who has been the lead investigator since day one, came to this house at the corner of Pulliam and East Forest Avenue to personally serve a search warrant to Nick Houck. Houck, a former Bardstown police officer, was dismissed from the department in October for interfering with the investigation. It was the very same month his brother, Brook Houck, Crystal's boyfriend, was named as the only suspect in the case.
I would bet my life that he's guilty. That's how sure I am that he's guilty.
And whatever crime was committed, both Sherry and Tommy Ballard have always thought Nick Houck was involved. On Thursday afternoon, neighbors say Houck talked briefly with investigators, signed off on that warrant, and then went back inside his grandmother, Anna Whiteside's home. Recently, she's been called to court to testify about a car she sold. A car investigators believe was used in the crime. The car is still at the KSP lab, and what was on that search warrant has not been made public. Still, Crystal's parents are holding out hope.
I'm ready, but I'm not ready. You know, I'm ready to put closure, so maybe we can just deal with everything.
I'm like her. I hate when that day comes, but I want to find out what they did to my daughter.
Earlier today, Rick, Nelson County Sheriff Ed Mattingly said he would not be going into the specifics of that search warrant, but Tommy Ballard, you just saw him, Crystal Rogers' father, has been told it's DNA found in the car his grandmother sold several months ago, and as you just heard, that's the very car investigators believe was used in the crime. I'm Lauren Adams, WLKY News.
Was it an accident or was it murder? State police are continuing their investigation into the death of Tommy Ballard.
That name will be familiar to many because he is the father of missing Bardstown woman Crystal Rogers at the center of a high-profile case. ABC 36's Melody Kendall is live in our studio with tonight's top story at 6.
State police say 54-year-old Tommy Ballard was shot while hunting with his grandson off Ed Brent Lane near Bardstown. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, but now troopers are hoping the community might have information about his death.
We just want to bring Crystal home.
Crystal Rogers' parents vowed not to give up the search until she was found, but state police say her dad, Tommy Ballard, was shot and killed while hunting on his property with his grandson early Saturday morning. State police say the grandson was not involved in the death, and the deadly gunshot wound was not self-inflicted. Right now, troopers are simply calling this a death investigation, but the Kentucky Standard newspaper reports it's being investigated as a possible homicide.
I know there's been some bad incidences over in Nelson County, and they've had a rough couple 3 years. We ask them not to lose faith in us and let us do our job and let things play out.
Troopers want to talk to anyone who might have been traveling on the Bluegrass Parkway early Saturday morning, specifically around mile markers 21 through 25. And they want trucking companies to check their dash cams just in case they might have caught anything related to the shooting. Troopers say there doesn't appear to be a connection between Ballard's death and his daughter's disappearance, but the community, well aware of the family's heartache, is reaching out as the family endures a second sudden loss.
We love you. We're praying for you. We will never forget, ever.
I know everybody in Bardstown will be praying for them and thinking about them and wanting to do something to comfort them.
Anyone with information is asked to contact State Police Post 4, which is in Elizabethtown. The phone number is on our website, WTVQ.com. Reporting live in the studio, Melanie Kendall, ABC 36 News.
Sheriff said today he believes Crystal Rogers is dead. The mother of 5 was last seen with her boyfriend, Brook Houck, on July 3rd. Today, the sheriff confirmed Houck is a suspect in her disappearance. WLKY's Annalisa Gale is here with the late-breaking details. Annalisa?
Vicki, that's right. Crystal Rogers' family has been searching for answers since the mother of 5 disappeared in July. Her car was found abandoned with a flat tire on Bluegrass Parkway. Her keys, purse, and cell phone were found inside. Her family did not believe she would just leave without telling them. Since then, she's disappeared. Family members have suspected that her boyfriend, Brook Houck, was connected. They've been searching rivers, highways, and nearby counties for months. Many of Rogers' relatives say they are holding on to little hope that she is alive, but the sheriff does not believe that is the case.
It's safe to say that she's deceased, and you can do that because people have certain ways that they do business. They have to have income. They have to have food, they have to have water, they have to have shelter, they have to have family. Crystal Rogers was extremely close with her family. She has had no contact with her family.
Since they named him a suspect, I feel like they're working now, which I always thought the sheriff's department was doing a good job, but it makes me feel a lot better.
And Vicki, I can tell you, Crystal Rogers' grandfather and other family members sat in on today's press conference. They were devastated by the developments in the case. Though not surprised by the new details, I will have much more on this story at 6. I'm Annalisa Gale, WLKY News.